3, 2, 1. Let me sit down. Okay, we're good to go.
Okay, hey guys, welcome to another episode of Cryptid Conversations. This week we're going to be talking about actually a yokai rather than a typical cryptid. A yokai is kind of like a Japanese cryptid. It's more of a spirit. Not always a spirit, but so that's what we're going to talk about this week. So as always, we have our fun little disclaimer. We are going to be talking about a cryptid, which often has a lot of cultural significance, and we are going to be making some jokes and laughing at some stuff, but again, as always, those jokes are purely on us and not on the cultural significance that these creatures have. So, I'm Brenna.
I'm Austin.
Ted.
I'm Franco.
And like I said, this week we're going to be talking about Yuki Onna. The translation of her name is roughly Snow Woman. There's a lot of variations of that. There's a lot of variations of this yokai. And so yeah, like I said, it's usually Snow Woman. Her habitat is typically mountain passes or anywhere that there is snow. Not surprisingly, most Yuki Onna tales come from Tohoku and Japan's frozen north. They hail mostly from... By the way, I'm going to butcher a lot of things. So many things.
It's okay.
That's what makes it fun.
I am white, and
Very
I am doing my best.
aggressively white.
Aggressively,
Yes.
yeah, you're pale.
And I am doing my best.
Whoa.
Anyways, they hail mostly from Aomori, Iwate, Miyagi, and Yamagata, as well as Nagano and Niigata. However, they are not restricted to those areas. Yuki Onna appear as far south as Ehime, Tottori, Fukui, etc. There are a few prefectures in Japan without at least one Yuki Onna story, except maybe Okinawa and, strangely enough, Hokkaido.
Are those like all animes?
No, those are
Wait,
places in Japan.
Isn't Hokkaido the farthest north one?
Yeah, that's why it said surprisingly, because
I know, it is surprising.
yeah, there's no Yuki Onna there, I know, right?
That's weird.
So,
Go figure.
we have some stuff about, like, when she appears and when she leaves. In some prefectures, her story says that she appears on New Year's Day and leaves on February 1st. Others have her appearing on January 15th in correspondence with a festival called Koshogatsu, which is Little New Year's, which is the traditional end of New Year's activities in Japan. Some say she only appears during full moons with new snow. And then there was a quote that I pulled from the website here directly, and it says, "Mothers in Ehime Prefecture are warned not to let their children out to play on such nights in fear of Yuki Onna." Some say she arrives and disappears with blizzards.
I have a question. Who lets their kid play at night in the snow?
On a full moon, in the snow.
Yeah.
That sounds like a bad idea in America.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, exactly.
But in Japan, it sounds like a good anime idea.
Oh.
Good anime.
Oh.
Okay, Franco, we're gonna have to ask you to leave.
It sounds like an origin story. Go ahead.
Some say she arrives and disappears with blizzards. The last account says she comes on the 1st of spring to bid farewell to the cold. So there are a lot of stories about Yuki Onna, and some of them are really sweet and wholesome like that. Not all of them, though. And some stories say she is or serves a Toshigami, which is like, if my memory serves, forgive me if this is wrong, but like a mountain god, kind of. Some say she is a shrine maiden or a miko, which is a supplementary priestess to the mountain god. These stories typically say that she offers blessings of fertility and good harvest. So do we want to talk about that before we go on?
Yeah. So, she just, like, appears on her own. There's no way to, like,
No. You
Pick
can't
her
really... No.
summon her or anything.
No.
No.
So like, where does she go when it's not cold?
She just...
Well, she's a spirit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where all the other
Where do
go?
spirits go?
I
I
don't
wanna know.
That's truly the question.
Right here.
Yeah.
Her diet is life energy, but she can also eat ordinary food.
Like kids.
Who play in the snow, whose parents are not very attentive.
Who have negligent parents who
Yeah.
play in the snow
Yeah.
on a full moon.
Yeah, she can teach.
Yeah.
Okay, she has a lot of names here, or a lot of different names and a lot of different translations of her names. Some of them are fun. Some of them are Snow Nursing Mother, Snow Daughter, Snow Hooker,
I like that.
Sorry.
Snow Older Sister.
I wasn't ready for that.
And Snow Wife, also Snow Young Woman. So it's pretty much just like snow and then a woman.
Variation of a
some
woman.
sort. Yeah.
Okay.
And then for her appearance, this is where it starts to get more kind of clear. Yuki Yuki Onna prey on travelers lost in the heavy snowstorms that blanket the Japanese Alps in the winter. They have an otherworldly beauty with long black hair and piercing eyes colored deep violet. Their skin is ageless and as white as snow. Their bodies are as cold as ice, and a mere touch is enough to give a human a deep, unshakable chill. She feeds on human life force, sucking it from their mouths into hers with an icy breath that often freezes her victims solid.
Big kiss.
Okay, so she does not sound awesome.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, she sounds
I would like to experience the hooker version though.
Oh.
Franco!
Boo! Boo!
Ah!
What? There's something wrong with you guys.
This is PG. This is PG.
Yeah, you didn't say anything.
I'll have to censor out what you said.
Really?
No, not really.
Okay, good.
I might though.
So, she has snow white skin and she wears a white kimono, which is usually described as a thin summer kimono, far too light for the weather. In some stories, it's pale enough to be translucent, and her skin is white underneath. The biggest variations in her appearance are age and hair. Sometimes she's a beautiful, eternally young, and sometimes she's like very, very, very old. She's confused with a lot of different yurei, which is like I can't remember how to explain what a yurei is. Okay, they're like ghosts. They're kind of like ghosts. So she does have one general story if we want to get into that yet. Do you want to get into that yet?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
What's your deal?
Yuki Onna sometimes fall in love with their intended prey and let them go free. Some marry humans and live happily together with their husbands. So stuff like that. Sometimes they discover their true identity. The men discover the true identity of the Yuki Onna and end those marriages. But some Yuki Onna are more hunters, hunting people in the snow, and they tend to stay near mountain roads and prey on travelers. So, like I said, there is one general story, but there are lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of variations. So I'm going to talk about two of them, because there's one like the generally accepted one that most people know, and then the other one is like my personal favorite out of them. So the general one is in Niigata, and I'm taking this all from a website, yokai.com. In Niigata, an elderly man operated an inn on a mountain trail with his wife. One snowy night, the inn was visited by a young lady who was traveling alone. She warmed herself by the fire and ate together with the innkeeper and his wife. She was sweet and charming and extremely beautiful. In the middle of the night, during a fierce blizzard, she stood up and made to leave the inn. The innkeeper begged her not to go outside and took her hand to hold her back. It was as cold as ice, and merely touching it sucked all the warmth from the innkeeper's body, causing him to shiver violently. As he tried to keep her in the house, her entire body turned into a fine icy mist and shot up the chimney into the night. That was one of them. And then there's, let's see if I have it directly quoted here. I don't. But the generally accepted story is that there were these two men, and they were out hunting together, and they were hunting partners, and one of them was woken up in the night because it suddenly got really, really, really cold in their cabin. And he looks over, and there's this woman just kind of leering over his friend, and he watched him as she like sucked the life out of him, like it was described before. And then she comes over to him, and he's all terrified, like, I'm gonna die here, oh my god. And then she found him very, very attractive, so she let him go on the pretense that he would never speak of it to anybody.
Ooh.
Well, you just
But
did.
he did, because that's how we heard it.
Well, the story's not over.
Okay, right.
So a couple years later, he has a wife and a happy marriage and kids and stuff. And one day he sits down his wife and he says, look, I need to tell you something. And he tells the story all the way up to his friend and her, leaving. And she looks at him, and the room gets really, really, really cold.
No!
Really, really, really cold. Yeah, and she goes, I told you never to speak of that.
Oh!
And she was gonna kill him, But she told him, she said, I'll let you be because I need you to take care of our children. And she said, but if you ever give any of our children reason to cry, I will come back and I will kill you.
Reason to cry. Oh my god, can you imagine?
So that's the general story of the Yuki Onna, and I thought it was really interesting.
Wow.
But yeah.
That's some serious stuff right there.
So
Yeah.
you're really cold.
But she likes you, so it works out well. Yeah, no, so that's one question that I have, right? So she digs some dude, so instead of killing him, she decides, all right, maybe we'll get married. 50% of marriages don't work out. So does she end up killing her husband some of the time?
Also, like,
I don't know.
I remember you saying, so these husbands will find out that she's a
Yuki Onna.
Yuki Onna, and then they'll be like, okay, I'm gone. But like, let's be real.
Yeah, did she kill them?
Yeah.
Say
Sorry, I
I find
didn't-
out. Say I find out.
Right.
What if, like, you know,
Yeah, like, hey, that's cool.
hey, that's cool.
So,
you're,
like-
you're chilly. I'm chilly sometimes too.
I get cold
So I gotta get
too.
this straight. Instead of divorce papers, it's death.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
so
I
I
mean,
guess you get
Are there any
the
thing
house.
of that of like them finding out and being like, cool.
I mean, it only detailed like if they're not happy and they want to end the marriage, then she kills them. So I'd assume that if he was like, it's whatever, it's fine. That's just how it be sometimes.
Yeah,
It would be, you know, it would be okay.
You're
You know.
scary
'Cause-
You're a hot
murderers.
chili lady.
Yeah,
Occasionally
because
murderers.
I feel like most Yuki Onna
Which-
aren't out to kill people. They're mostly out to just like have a good time. You know, they're just trying to hang. Usually, not all the time. So I have this other story from, and it's a lot shorter, and it's from the Tottori Prefecture, and it is my personal favorite Yuki Onna story. And it's the Yuki Onna travels on the wind and appears on days with a light snowfall. She walks through the town swinging a white gohei wand, which is like let me grab a picture of that real quick. It's like one of these boys.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you can put a picture of this.
A wand
thing.
with like
See it too.
Yeah, it's
hanging
from
off
like
it.
it's from like shrines.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's carrying one of those. And she shouts, "Please give me water, hot or cold," to anyone she meets. And they say that if you give her cold water, she swells in size, but if you give her hot water, she melts and disappears.
Really? Huh. So she doesn't care what kind of water you give her, even though her reaction is very different to that one. Huh. Okay.
So we can talk about some more stories that there are here. Yeah, I have a couple more, and then I have one theory about her that I was able to find. So do we want to go through some more stories, or?
They're pretty fun. I want to.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
like the
get
stories.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, oh, let's talk about this one. This is the first known written account of the Yuki Onna, and it comes from the Muromachi period, which was 1333 to 1573. The monk Sogi wrote of his travels in the Echigo
That prefecture.
this province, yeah, which is modern-day Niigata, and his encounter with a Yuki Onna. So this is a monk. And he goes, he went out of his house this morning, and it was really snowy, and he saw this beautiful and unusual woman standing in his front garden, and it was all frozen over. She was almost 10 feet tall, with skin whiter than any human being. Although her face was young and beautiful, her hair was stark white and hung loosely about her shoulders. Her kimono was white to the point of being translucent, and was made of some magical gossamer fabric that clung to the woman's body. He attempted to speak to her, but she vanished into the snow. Discussing the vision later with a friend native to the region, he was told of the spirit of snow, which is called the Yuki no Sere, who normally appeared during heavy snowfall. It was rare for her to appear at the cusp of spring. So yeah, some stories are just like, she was here and they were like, "What's up?" And she was like, "Gotta go." Oh, this is another really nice one. This one is really like emotional. This one I like too. The Yuki Onna, this is from Yamagata Prefecture. The Yuki Onna was once a princess of the lunar world and lived on the moon. Her life was full of luxury and indulgence, but it was also extremely boring. She became fascinated looking at the world below, so she snuck out one night and fell down to Earth, traveling on the snow. However, coming down was easier than going back up, and she became stuck on Earth. On snowy nights of the full moon, she appears, pining for her old home.
Oh, so she comes out when the moon's out so she can see her old home. Okay, gotcha.
Does she try to go back?
Yeah, she's trying
Do you
to go
think
back,
she
but
has a
she
part of the
can't.
space race?
Yeah, maybe she can hitch a ride.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So she's in Japan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that would be considered Asia, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know other countries in Asia.
Kim Jong-un.
Soviet Russia.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe,
But they never made it to the moon.
yeah, but maybe she thought they were.
Oh,
I mean, I feel
they
like
were,
it'd
like,
be a
on their
lot
way.
easier to stay with Russia than it would have been to get to the U.S. because there's only these sightings in Asia, right? So what if she went to Russia and she was just kind of influencing politics there, kind of creating a
gosh.
hostile environment,
Wow.
knowing that.
Are you blaming the Yuki Onna for the current state of the Soviet Union?
No,
I was
I'm
thinking the
blaming
Cold
Yuki
War.
Onna for the entire Cold War.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because the Cold War.
The Cold War!
And she's cold.
The Cold War!
You're onto something.
But
Oh
anyway,
my gosh.
right? Russia was also one of the first people to send anything into space. Maybe
Yeah.
she was like, they got Sputnik, they can send a soul. They can send a spirit, you know? So,
I bet they could too.
yeah.
Because spirits are light
And
by
especially,
definition.
like, yeah. So, what if she, although she failed, she purposely started up the space race
Wow.
thinking that she could maybe sneak onto a rocket,
Okay.
get up to the moon. And then the U.S. did it first
Yeah.
and ruined all their plans.
She should have taken a trip over here, you know,
Yeah.
like on an airplane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could have gotten her to
Or
the
rocket.
Yeah.
And rocket.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh.
Hasn't Japan been to the moon?
No,
I think we're
only
still
the
the only
U.S. has
ones.
been to the moon.
Yeah. Like people-wise, sending stuff up there, I think also nobody's
Yeah.
done that yet.
I
I
Mm.
mean, like, Japan's experience is that
India's
no other
working
country
on a
has.
space program though. And
Well,
then-
yeah, there's a lot of countries
Countries.
working on.
But like the
Yeah.
U.S.
Compass
is
is
like the
space,
only
but-
people that have like property up on the moon, right?
Yeah, I don't know if anyone would agree that it's our property.
Actually, it's real
But-
estate.
It's like stuff we made
Yeah.
up on the moon.
Oh, that kind of property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so, I wonder. Yeah, she can,
Ooh.
she's so close but so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who says she comes from the moon? Does it say
Well,
that?
no, it's in the story.
Yamagata.
Yeah, we Space
But
Master
also,
in
what
that
if
part.
she's trying to
Space
set it
out.
up again? And that's why we have these like really weird tensions with Russia because
That's why.
you know, she's
So
a
you're
spirit
saying
and
she
she's
acts
up
like
in the
a-
Kremlin and she's like,
Right.
Where's your evidence?
Donald. And then he's
Yeah.
like, Donald.
Yeah, okay.
So are you saying that
Yeah.
she acts like, there's another yokai called the Kitsune, which is kind of known for kicking up political trouble. Are you saying that she acts like that?
Oh.
She's,
Or maybe like they're friends.
Yeah, maybe they're friends. And she's like, I'm trying to get back to the moon. And the Kitsune is like, bro,
I'll hook you up.
space program. And she's like, bro.
oh my gosh. You guys are so mean to the Yuki Onna. I
What do
read
you
about
mean?
her and I love her.
I do too. I want to.
Well, I don't know though. I like the
Yeah, I want her to
aspect
go
of
back
her
home.
not killing people, right?
Yeah.
That part's cool. But when, like, you know, like, what if you're not the pretty friend and there's you're
You get your
Also,
life
what
sucked
you get
out.
some life sucked?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What if
see,
she
that's
messes up a little bit and starts up World War III?
and that's bad too.
I don't
Yeah.
think we're gonna need any spirit to start up World War III. We're
You
doing
don't
it
know that.
ourselves.
You don't know that.
What if she's Trump's hair?
Nah, Trump doesn't go out in the cold.
Yeah. And she's only here.
Alright.
She's only in Asia, as far as we know.
Only in Japan, as far
Yeah.
as we know. Which, you know, who knows what she does when she's not being seen at the first snow.
So there was a dude who claimed that he was married to a Yuki Onna.
Mhm.
Like there is a dude who actually. He said his wife was beautiful with piercing eyes and skin as white as a marble statue. While he loved to take long hot baths every night, she always refused to bathe, which puzzled him greatly. One particularly cold and snowy night, he insisted that his wife take a bath lest she freeze to death. She protested, but there was no reasoning with the man, and finally she acquiesced. When he went in to check on her a few minutes later, all he found remaining in the tub were thin, half-melted icicle fragments.
Oh,
Oh, he killed his wife?
Killed his wife.
I think that's more his wife was like,
Through kind of peer pressure.
yeah, I think that was more she like yeeted out the window or something.
Oh, okay.
That's what it sounds more like
All
to
right,
me.
that sounds good. Yeah.
No, man, it's
Really? You want
me
me
to
to
take a
You
bath.
want me to take a bath? Really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Really gonna make me take a bath.
I'm all
Really?
over that. Mm-hmm. Tell me what to do.
Oh,
Okay.
here's another different one. This is from Ibaraki, Fukushima, Akita, and Fukui prefectures.
Well.
The Yuki Onna has a particular
You want to write it? Strange. Peculiar?
Yeah,
There you go, that word, yeah.
Trait. She needs to engage her victims in conversation in order to attack. When she meets someone on a dark and snowy night, she will call out to them. If the person answers her greeting, she attacks.
It's mean.
It's kind of like paying you to be nice by attacking you. That's not really.
Yeah, that seems to be a common theme with yokai. I've been reading a lot about yokai, and I'm really into it, but... so it says, unless you are from Fukushima or Ibaraki prefecture, in those cases the Yuki Onna only attacks those who ignore her. And her method of killing is specific.
Wow.
Anyone ignores her, she grabs and throws into a nearby ravine.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Some accounts say that she is not a spirit of the snow, but the ghost of a woman seeking revenge. This mainly comes from Chikamatsu Monzaemon's Banraku puppet play Yuki Onna Gomai. Heck. The Five Battle Doors of the Yuki Onna.
Yes.
In Chikamatsu's play, the Yuki Onna is the ghost of a woman who was deceived, led into the forest, and murdered. She manifests as the Yuki Onna in order to get her revenge. Variations of this theme, combining the bewitching beauty of the Yuki Onna with slaughter and revenge, can be found throughout Yuki Onna country and have been confirmed in Aomori, Yamagata, Akita, Iwate, Fukushima, Niigata, Nagano, Wakayama, and Ehime prefectures. So this story really interests me because if you have seen Nightmare Before Christmas, what happens to... Not Nightmare Before Christmas.
You haven't seen that? Really?
No, it's not Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh.
It's maybe no, it's the one where the guy
Fred Claus?
isn't. No, he isn't. It's also a Tim Burton. He like isn't dead, but he ends up in the afterlife, and this ghost lady wants to marry him. What is that one?
Oh no, okay, I was thinking Beetlejuice.
No, it's a Tim Burton
Tim
one.
Burton, he dies.
It's
no,
not,
he's not dead. But a ghost wants
The
to marry
Corpse
him?
Bride. The Corpse Bride.
Okay,
In the Corpse Bride, she's blue. And what happened to her?
Yeah.
She was led into the forest, tricked, killed, and had her stuff stolen.
Wait,
after getting married.
Have you looked into this? Like maybe that story, the Corpse Bride is
I have
based
not.
on Yuki Onna? I'll
I
bet you
have
somebody
not.
little cultural appropriation there.
The Corpse Bride,
That's what it is.
Yuki Onna.
Sounds like
I see nothing.
You see nothing? Well, you're the discoverer of that then.
But am I wrong? It's the exact same story.
It sounds
she was,
like it,
She
yeah.
was okay. The guy married her, led her into the forest, and killed her for her inheritance.
Yeah, which by the way is just
Not
selfish.
And then
Yeah,
she
it's
was
not cool.
blue.
Yeah.
She was blue.
Yeah.
Maybe she felt
Yeah. Wait, but Yuki Onna's white.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah,
she
super
could be
white, remember?
blue for artistic what's the word?
Yeah.
License, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Or the Smurfs.
yeah.
Thanks, Franco.
Well, the Corpse Bride was kind of like she was like a light blue, like not blue.
Yeah,
blue,
she was
but
kind of like a light blue.
Okay, so like luminescent.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, she was
Okay.
light blue, and her hair isn't her hair black?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's black.
Oh, okay, yeah, then she's definitely
Yeah.
the Yuki Onna, because she has black hair.
Yeah. And then I think I have one.
Yeah. What's the theory you have?
Oh, no, I have one more story, and
Okay.
then we can get to the theory. So this is from Aomori, Niigata, and Miyagi prefectures. It says that the Yuki Onna is a terrible yokai that haunts the snowy forest looking to feed. She lives by sucking seiki, the vital energy of the human body. She extracts the seiki by first freezing her victims to death, then sucking their souls out through their mouths. This type of Yuki Onna is particularly nasty in Niigata, where it is said she particularly prefers the seiki of children.
Ooh.
That's where it's at.
Also like the story.
Yeah, see, that's just leave the kids alone. Do not hurt kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, before we get to the theories, there is a translator note which I thought you guys would like to hear. It was very wholesome.
Okay.
It says, I'm especially fond. This is the translator's note from hyakumonogatari.com. I'm especially fond of the Yuki Onna because my wife's name is Miyuki, which translates as beautiful snow. For as long as I have known her, I have teased her about being a Yuki Onna in disguise, which doesn't really work because she hates the cold and is completely a beach girl.
I wonder if you're a Yuki Onna and you go to the beach, it's kind of like Frosty the Snowman, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we better have fun before I melt.
I feel like
Yeah.
teasing your wife about being a Yuki Onna would be kind of like a bad idea. Especially if you're right.
If she is one,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then
And
she's
she
gonna
gets
be like,
sick of
How
it.
did you know?
Awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Have
And
you
then-
taken her to the beach yet? Take her to the beach.
Oh.
Take her to the beach.
Yeah, we went to the beach for Kenzie and Austin's wedding.
Okay, no.
That was kind of cold though. It wasn't like crazy warm. I'm taking you to the beach in the middle of July, okay?
I also wear a sweater all the time. Would a Yuki Onna wear a sweater all the time?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to stay away from you though.
Well, you know, part of Yuki Onna is, does she mind being cold? It seems like she's
Oh, we went to the
kind of
beach on
happy
Friday.
with
Yeah, I don't think
coldness.
Yeah, the cold
It's
doesn't
fine with
bother her
Yeah.
anyway, you know?
Yeah.
So,
So she wouldn't even need a sweater. She'd just be happy
yeah,
being cold.
yeah.
Yeah. So you're not a Yuki Onna.
You
So that's
still
good.
could.
And your hair is not black. I mean, it's just, there's no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see
You
it.
never know.
I don't see it.
Yeah,
Franco,
never
are you
know.
a Yuki Onna?
You never know.
You never know. Oh.
No, I. no.
Better safe than
Are they
sorry.
shapeshifters?
I've been to the beach
No.
before, so it's okay.
Okay, yeah.
So there is one theory.
Mm.
Some researchers have said that the Yuki Onna may have actually existed in the form of mental illness. The intense cold of winter, combined with suffocating fever, could lead people to stumble outside dressed in only light summer kimonos.
Mhm.
People who stumbled upon their hapless wanderers invented stories, and over time, these stories became legends.
Okay.
Thanks for all this, Brenna. I'm probably not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
That sounds
We live in
interesting.
Florida.
But also, like, especially the ones where it's like, I saw her like looming over my bed and stuff. Like, what if that's like sleep paralysis? Like how when people are like, I suffer from sleep paralysis, and like, I see aliens and demons, you know?
Yeah.
Doesn't
like-
Kylie see aliens? Did she get sleep
I
paralysis?
thought Kylie just kind of gets like anxious and stuff.
You ever?
I thought Kylie saw aliens.
I
What do you
haven't.
think?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, scientists
Like-
say it's like 1 or twice in your lifetime that you get it.
Oh, really?
Sleep paralysis.
Well, you
Yeah.
can
Most people
regularly suffer from it though.
How
Yeah.
often do you get it?
Some people like just regularly have an issue with it.
Yeah.
Well, that was
I've
big.
suffered
I
from
never
sleep
heard of it.
I
paralysis
don't
a
want that.
whole once. And
Yeah.
it was at Brenna's house, and all
Oh my
the walls-
god, yeah, this is the funniest story
it was
ever.
like, so,
Wait, can I tell this story?
Okay.
This was the first time that Austin had stayed the night at my house, and we were at my dad's house in Cape Coral, and he was sleeping in the living room on the couch, and I was
Uh-huh.
sleeping in the bedroom. And he comes in the next morning, and he like hadn't been able to sleep at all because he was like awake because
Like, I was like feeling like pressure from just like the air and walls around me, and it was all like, Austin, die.
Wow.
like the walls were gonna kill him in my
Like,
house.
Oh.
Like,
but then
and the
they
worst
did it,
part
so they
was-
were. It was
the worst part was I had
Right.
left because Brenna and Kylie seemed like they were like, gonna go to sleep soon, and I was like, okay, I'll let you guys go to sleep.
Mhm.
I come back in that morning, and they're like, oh, we haven't even closed our eyes since you left. So I suffered for that. For no reason.
Man. Yeah.
That's
So the walls. And no, you don't think that's anything to do with like, okay, Brenna's dad wants me to die. It's not really the walls.
No.
No,
Yeah.
Brenna's dad really likes me.
Yeah.
As far as you know.
Long-time father.
Yeah, yeah.
Through.
I don't like any boys who talk to my girls.
Has it happened yet?
My dad
You're
seems
pretty
to.
protected.
My dad seems to really like Austin
Better not
because
have.
Austin follows every rule ever made, and
Oh,
even ones
okay.
that aren't
Alright.
rules.
Alright.
You only have to follow laws, not
my whole
rules.
life.
He fucking. His mom told me this story once that he has lied once in his whole life,
Oh,
and he
dude.
was like 5 or 6,
Yeah.
and
Unacceptable.
like he had done something, and like 10 minutes, like not even 10 minutes later, he came back bawling and
Uh-huh.
told the truth and apologized.
That's awesome. Good.
But
Good
yeah,
man.
I really like this theory about the like mental illness thing because if
Oh.
you think about it, like
Yeah.
I feel like people get a lot more sick during the winter, which I wouldn't know. I've lived in
Sure.
Florida my entire life, but people get like a lot sick a lot more when it gets cold, and especially like if it's that super cold, that people are in these like deep flus with the heavy fevers.
Sure.
I feel like.
Well, you get delirious with a fever.
Yeah, and when you have a fever, all you want is to cool down. So going outside in a light summer kimono makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
And then people seeing them, and then having the white face,
Sure.
and the like long hair from being sick for so long and inside, and it makes a lot of sense.
Works for me.
I mean, 2 nuclear bombs started it. 2 more can end it, right?
No.
What? Oh,
Franco.
I'm gonna have to actually cut.
Yeah. You're horrible.
I saw it online, okay?
I said it online. It must be true and acceptable.
Yeah. Anyways,
Okay.
stop crying.
So,
I'm distressed. You can't just say that. Oh my god.
You should have told me
Hey.
the rules.
okay, I'd say we're close to the end, right?
Oh yeah. Are we
Okay, we're gonna do
already-
the thing. Let's do the thing.
Explain our rating system to Franco.
Rating system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we rate our cryptids.
We end every episode with ratings.
Yeah.
So how it works?
Wait, who rated?
We all rated.
We all give our own score. You rate it out of 10, and that out of 10 is based on whether or not you would go on a date with this cryptid. And with Mr. Queen Egg, it's a platonic date.
So it can be platonic for you too if you want.
You know.
Explain further, please.
Okay, so I'll go first.
Well, yeah. Show by example. I
Yeah.
think.
So I feel like I'd kind of be down to like straight up start a relationship with this cryptid, you know? They're cold, pale,
Mean?
Mean.
I mean like not much different from what I already have, and now they have like if Brenna had magic powers, magic Elsa powers, like done deal.
All right, but it seems like this cryptid's only magic power is to suck the life out of people.
That's kind of cool.
And she only lives for during winter.
Yeah.
So you can only have her for like.
Keep your house icy.
Well,
all
here
the
you can only have her for like
yeah.
a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, blast the AC. You can have her
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one
As long as
usually
she stays in
stay
the house. Yeah.
Make your wife live in the freezer.
In my opinion, I rate this cryptid, and this is the
Yeah.
highest I've ever rated a cryptid, 10 out of 10.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I would take them to, what's a cold restaurant?
Where would you take your Yuki Onna?
Ice cream.
Yeah.
We'd go have ice cream
Yeah.
and
Go see a movie. Movie theater's really
movie
cool.
theaters.
They are notoriously cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever been to one that's hot? I hate that.
Yeah, the ones on
That
there.
sounds even worse.
It's
Yeah.
horrible. That's like a nightmare. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Franco?
What?
How are you gonna rate your?
Yeah.
Like myself?
No, yes,
I-
you have to rate the cryptid just like Austin did.
Yeah.
So 10 being.
On a
10
scale of
being-
1 to 10, like
10
being
you would-
absolutely yes, of
you
course.
would-
zero,
You don't have to-
0 to 10,
Yes,
0
what?
never,
Well,
10.
that you would
Yes,
take-
I would
okay.
take this.
Oh, on a date?
Yes.
So I have the possibility of dying, right?
Yes.
Well, that could be involved.
Well, I
Yeah.
am pretty good looking, so I don't think I'm.
If I were you, Kiana,
Franco, our most arrogant
I
guest.
know.
A one-time deal.
our most arrogant
A one-time deal.
and stupid and insensitive guest so
Oh,
far.
man.
I'll say 8.5, 1.5 minus just a chance to die.
Okay, where would you take
Okay,
her?
okay.
Where?
Yeah.
The beach.
Oh.
Oh, you're kind of rude.
Not really.
She would definitely suck your life, dude. That's
Yeah.
it. You're dead. Big old kiss, you're dead. Kiss her
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think she even needs to kiss you. She just needs to get close enough.
Yeah.
So you don't even get a kiss
So you
on
don't
this
get a
date because
kiss,
you're
yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
What happens when you're
I
mean?
get that a lot.
Aww.
My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I am with Austin. I would give this cryptid a 10. If she kills me, I'm wrong. And I apologize to my family.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, I would, except for the occasional acts of murder for no good reason that we know of, mind you. Aside from that, I think Yuki sounds pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would give a 9 out of 10 to the general Yuki Onna, which is the one that was like, the room got really cold and she was like, I told you not to say anything. That one. I would give her a 10 out of 10 because she is a word that's not a curse word, who keeps her promises, and she keeps people in line. She called him out, and I respect that, and I want her to be my friend. I don't know, but I like her, and I give that one a 10 out of 10. And I would also give the water bearer Yuki Onna a 10 out of 10 because she just wants some water, yo.
Oh,
that's a
I
mood.
forgot about the water. Yeah, she just wants water.
Yeah, that's a mood.
Yeah,
That's a
give me
mood.
water.
Yeah.
Either hot or cold water.
And
Like
also,
that's-
she's kind of pretty. The only Yuki Onna that I don't give a 10 out of 10 is the one who's specifically trying to kill little kids.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. Yes, you're right. I do not endorse violence against children.
Yeah.
Only violence
Especially
against people over
especially-
18.
Yes, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. You're safe for like the year. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. Not fond of violence at all, but
Man, I'm only
definitely don't
safe,
pick on the
in the eyes
kids.
of Mr. Koine, I'm only safe for another year and a week.
Yeah, be
I'm
careful.
only safe for less.
Like 6 months.
Yeah.
8 months.
Yeah.
No, it's just don't hurt the kids.
But yeah, I really like the Yuki Onna. She got me really into yokai. I've been reading about yokai so much. And
So
we're probably gonna
yokai
have a
are
couple more
spirits in
yokai.
general?
Yes.
Japanese
Yeah.
ghost spirit people? Okay.
All right. So, what are we talking about next week?
Oh man, that's right. We have decided what we're talking about next week.
Okay.
So next week, because next week will be our last time to record before Christmas break, before
okay.
January,
Mhm.
we're going to talk about Santa and Krampus.
Oh, I love Krampus! I love Krampus! And Santa is the best.
Santa is a cryptid.
Yeah.
Santa is a cryptid, and
All
we're
right.
going to talk about him next week.
All right,
And I
yeah.
hope you're excited.
God.
Next week will also be my birthday. Next week's recording day.
Yay!
What?
Yeah, Santa's a cryptid.
And yeah.